EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
They're 180. Hey, Brown 80. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Wait, 89.
First carry for a Kenosha native and former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Rivers. Stepping up, he'll try and run.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Watch the slap.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
No. 258. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 6 guys. Check. White left. Hey, check 26.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On the jet sweep, here's Grant. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
At the 27-yard line.
319. Some therapy after this. Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end. Odd. 3 down. Odd. Check. Right. Fresno. Switch it. 399.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. 40 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
31's the mic. I'm coming.
From the gun, It's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. And they have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check home right. Check 99.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's put that team on the box.
Hey, check 26.
Slam.
Go to 50. Hey. High 7.
Quarterback.
Recon, 132 fighter.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
31's the mic. Tighten up. Pull it together. Undercrush. Watch twist.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check 31. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 26. Tight up.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Go to 50. Hey, Delta.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that?
on, what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Charger drive about to get going. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Flag again on 2nd down. Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run good for 24 yards. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Caught by Allen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Eckler. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Open man, it's Allen. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Black 15!
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier after this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down. I mean, they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the... Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Save.
Throwing now is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. As the first half is winding down, and the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects. Tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So a great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Zadarius Smith, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Watch right.
From the gun, Rivers. And he's going to go down again. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the deep.
Touchdown, Packers! An impressive 75-yard punt return. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And some room to roam now. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 37 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Dean Lowry, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9 after the sack. Gets a bit tougher from here. Rivers now. Complete. It's Henry. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. As they come up on 3rd. There's Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. Teen and a Charger first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And an out. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go.
First down, Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith, his second sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back now at Lambeau. It's Charger football, but they trail here. Throwing on second and long. Rivers flushed out right. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 15. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
This is Jones. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And an alley to run. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Zadarius Smith bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here is another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No.
Bosa able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Pull it high.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Again, it's Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
180, 390, easy.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He'll buy some time running. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Now Rivers. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage, there to knock that one away. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's...
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Being chased out left. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribe. Right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter.
Whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
That'll do it for us. Show. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL. Find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.